You're not overwhelmed, you're in a loop. And the loop is feeding one thing: worry. Because worry feels like progress without the risk of action. Here's the question that we need to answer today. Why do smart people, capable people, hardworking people, why do they worry nonstop and still stay stuck? I'll tell you why. And once you see it, once you know it, you can shut it off on command. Let me describe the loop and you will see it in yourself instantly. You're thinking about the call that you need to make, but you don't make it. You're thinking about the workout that you need to get in, but you push it until tomorrow. You're thinking about the content that you want to publish, but you rewrite the content over and over and over again. You run scenarios. You rehearse conversations. You build the plan. You tweak the plan. And then you prepare. And all that, it feels responsible. It feels productive. But if we're really being honest, it's not preparation. It's simply self-protection. Because worry is safer than work. Yeah, I said it. I'll say it again. Worrying is safer than committing and doing the action. Why? Because the work, the action, putting yourself out there, it can expose you. Sitting back, doing nothing, worrying, it won't expose you. And here's the dangerous part, team. Worry doesn't feel like fear. It feels like thinking. It feels like strategy. It feels like you're actually doing something. But in reality, you're not doing anything. Worry is just your brain trying to keep you comfortable. It's trying to keep you safe. It's keeping you inside that safe zone and that story that you already know. So when you feel that mental pressure, that fear of taking action, your brain, it offers you a way out. It offers you a negotiation. It offers you a trade. It says, here, take this. Take anxiety instead of action. And most people, unfortunately, accept this trade every single day. Not because they're lazy, but because they're avoiding the exact moment that reality gives them feedback. That moment, it's uncomfortable. So they sit back, do nothing, and worry because it feels productive. Here's the truth, and I want you to hear this loud and clear. Worry is mental motion that gives you the feeling of progress, but produces no actual results or evidence of actual progress. That's all it is, team. It's motion. It's not momentum. It's like running on a treadmill and then afterward congratulating yourself for actually traveling somewhere. You didn't travel, you simply just stayed there and sweated in place. Worry gives you a chemical hit in the mental brain. The sensation of the effort, the dopamine hit, without requiring an actual decision or action that you could potentially fail at. So if you want to stop worrying, you simply need, a better mindset. You need a better mechanism. And the mechanism, it's simple. It's called evidence. Evidence is what calms your nervous system. Evidence is what tells the mind to shut up. No affirmations, not planning, definitely not more thinking. Plain, simple, actionable evidence. Let me make this painfully practical. If you're worried about money, you don't need to worry less. You need to do one revenue-producing activity today. If you're worried about your health, you don't need to sit there and spiral. You need one extremely hard training session followed by a clean meal. If you're worried about your career, you don't need to refresh your LinkedIn and pray. You need to make the call, send the email, publish the post, submit the application, and keep building the assets. Worry, it loves abstraction, but work, it thrives in specificity. So today, we're going to take your biggest worry and force it to become an actual task. Now, some of you are already thinking, whoa. Okay, Jason, what if I work and it doesn't fix it? Good. That's real fear. Most people don't worry because they don't know what to do. They worry because they're afraid that it won't work. They're afraid that they'll actually try something and it still won't be enough. So they choose the safer pain. They choose worry because worry keeps hope alive without requiring courage. And that, my friends, that's the trap. Here's your rule as your life operator. You don't work to guarantee an outcome. You work to earn clarity. Clarity is the actual reward. Work tells you what's real. Worry tells you absolutely nothing. If you do the work and it doesn't move the needle, that's not failure. That's information. That's learning. That's reality unfolding and opening the next step for you to follow. And reality only talks to people who work. So the question isn't what if it doesn't work? The question is, how long are you willing to stay stuck? How long are you willing to stay stuck because you're afraid of reality feedback? I've watched this pattern for years. I've watched talented people with massive upsides waste entire seasons of their lives. Why? Because they kept thinking and waiting for confidence. Confidence doesn't arrive first, team. Evidence arrives first. And subsequently, I've watched people with less talent, less connections, less natural advantage. I've watched them win, and I've watched them win big because they stayed in motion and produced the proof. They created the evidence. That's what working does. It manufactures belief. So stop thinking, can I do it? Because you already have the receipts. And once you have the receipts, worry, it doesn't get a vote. So here's what I want you to do. I'm going to give you a very simple protocol. No fluff, no motivation, just plain, simple, hard-nosed execution. It's called the evidence sprint. Step 1, pick your biggest worry. Don't pick 5, pick 1. Step 2, ask yourself, what's the smallest action that would produce proof today? Proof, team, not perfection. Step 3, set a 30-minute timer and actually dig in and do the work. Do the work before your brain has the opportunity to try and negotiate with you. That's it, team. And here's the rule. If the action is so big that you need motivation, you've picked the wrong action. Make it smaller, make it executable, make it undeniable. Evidence first, then emotion will follow. Now let me give you the reframe that will change everything. Worry is a form of loyalty. It's loyalty to the version of you that chooses to play small, that chooses to stay safe. So when you stop worrying and you start working, you're not changing your schedule. You're changing your identity. You're telling yourself, I'm the type of person that solves problems with action. And when you repeat that long enough, through your voice, through your words, and through your actions, your brain learns a new association. And because of this, it stops offering you worry as a form of comfort. Now, if this spoke into you, if this hits you, this is what I want you to hear. Some of you aren't worrying because of the problem in front of you. You're worrying because you're still living inside an old story about who you are. And the work you do today is how you replace that story of yesterday. In my next video, I'm going to show you how to rewrite that story for real. Not with quotes, not with motivation, but with actions that will change permanently how you view yourself. Because your comeback doesn't start with confidence. It starts with work. With that said, team, there's some links down below. Go ahead and click those, take a look. There's a bunch of tools and resources that are applicable to you and your business. Find that which is useful to you. You can look inside of my store. You can look inside the Real Estate Academy Hub. There's a lot of tools and resources that you can apply to your business today. Most importantly, there's the opportunity for us to work one-on-one in a coaching relationship, and I would absolutely love that. But if working with me one-on-one is not your thing, no worries. There's still tools and resources available for you to use. But at the end of the day, it's your business. It's your life. You need to get out there, get after it, get it done. We'll talk soon, everybody. Bye-bye.